my friends, how are we doing today? I have a special message for anyone who needs to hear this today. I want to talk about what can we do when we feel completely aimless, when we feel kinda stuck in a situation where nothing moves forward and we feel like our vision for the future is blurry and we feel like we have no inspiration to do anything special. Like we feel like everything is just kinda not working. If you feel like that, this is for you, because we often feel like that. And so often I receive these messages from people who are saying, you're often talking about vision for the future and having a sense of direction, but what if I don't know what I want? What if I don't know what is important to me? What if I don't have passions for anything? What to do in those situations? And I always say, well, it's completely natural that we don't have those things figured out, and we're all kind of swimming in the sea where we are surrounded with so much of information, so much of thoughts, so much of different sensations, that if we don't find clarity in that water, everything will feel blurry, right? Everything will feel blurry. And in that blurriness, all we need is to pause ourselves and firstly to just accept, okay, right now I'm aimless and I feel like I don't know what to do, and it's okay, right? And we just need to accept it, because if we don't accept it, we fight with ourselves, right? We get so hard on ourselves, and usually at the situations we start comparing ourselves with others. What I do in those situations, because I find myself in those situations as well, especially sometimes when I finish one painting and I don't start the next one, if I lose the momentum, I may start to feel, okay, I'm not inspired right now, and then I just, I just accept it. Okay, I don't need to work hard all the time. I can chill, I can take it easy. But if we are chilling for too long, even chilling may start to feel like it's not right? So what we need to make a simple plan. Like, just, okay, today I will do 10 push-ups, I will go for a walk for 20 minutes, and I will call that person. Just, few simple things, and then make them happen, accomplish them. Because those little accomplishments will give you a sense that you've actually overgrown a phase of stuckness. You've actually moved yourself a bit forward. And that is already a powerful transition, because you went from being stuck to doing something, and you've noticed that you're in control of your next step. So if you want to take more control over your steps towards something, you need to have clarity around what kind of steps you want to take, so you can move yourself forward in any kind of direction, right? And that's where we start thinking creatively, really about what we want to do. And we need to think firstly in a small way. Okay, I want to do every single day 15 minutes or 20 minutes of movement. And even if that's hard, to 10 minutes, even if that's hard, to 5 minutes of movement. And let's say I will read a book for 10 minutes, just simple things, and accomplish them. You will see, it will give you so much of satisfaction, of a wonderful pleasure that will inspire you. Okay, now I'm ready to do something bigger. Right now I will build my own website, or now I will start working on this, right? And then think a little bit about what you always wanted to do, and you said to yourself that maybe you're too old, maybe you're too young, maybe you're not acknowledged enough, or whatever it is, and then you slowly start acknowledging yourself about it, right? And you again set some little goals, and you can visualize that to see how it feels like, and just accomplish them. Small accomplishments will give you those little dopamine rushes that will give you a sensation of feeling not just good about yourself, but being proud of yourself, because you've moved yourself through a certain phase where you felt like you're surrounded with walls and nothing is possible for you. And you may feel, well, I have a lack of energy, and you, like I shared in one of my previous videos, the only reason you have a lack of energy is because your body stopped producing energy, because there are two reasons. One is that you've exhausted yourself, and the other one is that you've stopped moving yourself and doing anything active, and your body said, well, I don't need energy, so why would I be producing it, right? If you've exhausted yourself, it's really an important time to reflect on your self-care and to reflect on how much you're overdoing something, and maybe quit doing everything and go to travel and just relax yourself a little bit and reflect on your life and see where could you declutter your life, because obviously there's too much going on. Maybe it's not so much physical but mental. Maybe you're constantly scrolling on your phone and you're losing your mental focus on it, and it would be a great time to declutter your life from social media toxicity, and just set a challenge to yourself that for 1 week you will be without a phone, or you can use it just for contacts and calls and messages maybe, and just make that necessary decluttering. You will see after 1 week you will feel like a new person, because there's so much less input coming into your mind, so much less sensations that are usually harming our attention span. And that's why so many people feel exhausted right now, and so many people have a lack of attention, and they can't even focus on something for more than few minutes. So we need to make those kind of declutterings here and there. And if the other thing is a fact for you, that you've stopped moving your body some time ago, like maybe in the past you've been really active, you've been an athlete or whatever it was, but at some point you've stopped moving your body and it became a habit, a toxic habit, like you're what some people call a couch potato or whatever it is, just start some small movements once again. Set challenges. I will go on daily walks for 10 minutes. I will do 10 push-ups today. I will do 15 minutes of yoga flow. I will do some jogging, some stretching, whatever it is, whatever vibes with you. Just do it and write it somewhere. So when you accomplish it, you can draw a line over it and experience a sensation of gratitude. Oh, I did it. Look, nobody pushed me, I pushed myself. That's where you notice that you have power over your body, right? And it will give you a sense of power over your unconscious body. And suddenly you will start to feel more powerful. And naturally it happens that we want to work on this improvement because it gives us a sense of energy. We become more energized and we start to feel better about ourselves, and it gives us a rise of self-confidence. We start to feel better inside of our bodies, and all we need is just the small little accomplishments. But before we do that, we need to accept this situation, because otherwise we will constantly be hard on ourselves, and therefore we will feel motivated to move, so we escape that mental punishment we project onto ourselves. That's why it's so important to be aware, to recognize, okay, in what kind of state I am right now. In what kind of state my body is right now. Do I feel pain? Do I feel sadness? Do I feel disappointed? Do I feel ashamed of myself? Do I feel angry towards myself because in the past I was better than I am today, or whatever it is? Those are all traumas from the past, and we're kind of observing them and learning to be compassionate towards ourselves. And from that state we need to do something, because it's not just about awareness and understanding, and we need to do something with that understanding. Okay, if I feel that in the past I was more productive and it felt better, well, Maybe it's time for me to build a new momentum with more wisdom as I have today and more knowledge as I have today. Let's see what feels right now, and write down some things and make those little accomplishments and see where this journey will take you. Because often it will happen that you will lose this momentum again, and it happens to all of us all the time. It's not that you're a weak person because you're losing the momentum. Well, your discipline can be shaped, but it doesn't mean that it should already be shaped if you're not shaping it, right? So don't be so hard on yourself. We work on our discipline by disciplining ourselves, not by saying to ourselves, oh, I should be more disciplined, but not doing anything. It all starts with little steps, right? One step at a time, one baby step at a time. But for that, we need clarity over what we need to do. So for me, it always works. Sometimes I feel, because I have this creative mind, I'm an artist, and I have this creative mind where if I don't have well-designed day, like what should I do in a day, I will feel like there's so many things I want to do, so many thoughts and ideas about what I want to do. So because I don't have clarity around it, I will feel like there's too much and I don't start anywhere. It happens to me sometimes. And if you have this creative mind where you have so many ideas coming in, what you need is a great plan. You need a great plan. That's why I'm constantly, for me, designing certain plans and routines that work for me. I've shared, actually you can find in the description of this video a passion planner I've designed for myself, and you can find it there. And you can use it for designing your days and things you want to do and you want to focus on, little steps. And then make the small accomplishments. You will see it will feel so much better, and at the end of the day, reflect on that. And reflect on what could you do tomorrow differently, or even better, or even more consciously. Where you've kind of fallen off today, and see what will come up. See what will come up. Because sometimes it may happen that morning went really well for you, but afternoon was like where you've completely lost yourself. And it's okay, right? You're a work in progress. And therefore, you're constantly learning something new. And like I say to you, today's beginner is tomorrow's master. So what you're beginning today may become really good at it tomorrow, right? So don't be so hard on yourself. You need to recognize that it's just a program within you that is saying to you that if you are not fully productive and fully disciplined, you should punish yourself. But actually you should just recognize where you've fallen off the flow, of the momentum. And you catch yourself, stop drifting, and write down some simple things you can do. Some simple goals. Some simple things that will help you to move your body. Because firstly, you need to move your body. Then you will start shaping your mind. Actually, mind will start following your body. Because your brain will get more blood flow, more oxygen, and suddenly your attention span will expand, your focus will increase. And suddenly you will want to read, you will want to study something, you will want to learn something new, you will want to meditate. It's so interesting that to me, a really interesting time for meditation is after a workout, because my brain is so focused. My mind is so clear, and it feels like I need so much less work to calm my mind down, because I'm already completely purified, right? It's the power of movement. That's why it's so important to move our bodies. We need to remember that our bodies are animals, and in this modern time, so many people are sitting all day long behind their computers and phones and TVs and so on. And that's where our bodies start lacking this. We have an inner animal, and you need to find what it is. You need to find that inner animal. Whatever animal you will find within yourself, usually it's an animal you feel the most drawn to. That's like a symbol of the animal of your body, like what kind of animalistic energy you have within you. And once you find the connection, you will notice what you need. As a little kid, I was always drawn to tigers. I remember in the 3rd grade when our teacher asked us what would be the animal we would have when we will be older. I said I will have a tiger, like Mike Tyson, right? And I remembered back at that time the teacher said, oh, you can't have a tiger. But I noticed I always had a connection with tigers. But then later when I went into extreme sports, I've noticed that I have this incredible, passionate, strong animal within me that truly pushes me into extreme sports, because that's where I feel free, that's where I feel strong, and I need to do it for myself, for my masculine energy, and I really love those things. I love to work out with weights. That's something I need. And I'm telling you this because we all have this animal part of us, and we need to discover what it is and and how to tap into it and unleash it. Because if we don't unleash it, it will feel like it's caught in the cage. And if it's caught in the cage, you know how it feels like if you would be caught in the cage. Imagine yourself you would feel like something is eating you from inside. And that's what's happening if we don't free that inner animal and we don't do something for it as well. So we all have that inner, like an inner angel, something we do as spiritually, but we also have this physical or animal part of us that we also need to free it and nurture it and give life to it. And when we take care of these both two aspects of us, it's like taking care of feminine and masculine energies, and that's where we experience a wonderful balance, where our body starts balancing itself, and suddenly we start to feel healthier, we start to feel more energized, more grounded, more focused. And overall, we feel much better. And overall, we start taking care of a better diet. We start taking care of healthier habits. We start meditating daily. We start getting ourselves into more wonderful relationships. Actually, it starts happening by itself. We naturally start meeting and attracting more of those similar kind of people who are doing similar work, and it happens to all of us in the same way. It's a pattern. It's a pattern that happens when we balance ourselves in a way that we work on that spiritual essence. We tap into who we truly are, but we also take care of that animal part of us, so we stay healthy and we feel free. And whatever it is, whatever resonates with you. So my friends, I hope you found some value in today's video. And till next time, I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Stay beautiful, stay wonderful, and thanks to all of you for supporting my art in our Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated. Till next time, one love.